Hello everyone, today is the 15th day of the Omer. If you have not counted the Omer yet, you could say that today is the 15th day of the Omer, which is 2 weeks and 1 day of the Omer. And we are transitioning out from Gevura. We've done the complete tikkun, rectification, balancing of Gevura, and we're moving on to the third sphera of Tiferes. Tiferes is in the heart. Tiferes corresponds to balance and harmony and truth, compassion, and beauty. So how all of these things blend together, balance and harmony actually are two different things. Balance is everything is equal. There's a balance of everything. You know, like if I have one thing over here on one side of the scale, this has to equal that in order for there to be balance. But we know that sometimes in life is a ebb and flow. It can't necessarily always be an equal balance. So harmony is the idea of sometimes there's going to be moments when I have to be in a more giving mode, and sometimes when I have to be in more of a receiving mode. So Tiferes is seen as the balance or harmony between Chesed and Gevura, of giving our energy out to others and then setting up healthy boundaries. And there's actually, according to Jewish mysticism, the world was originally going to be created with only Chesed or then only Gevura. And what Hashem saw is if there's only Chesed, then there's going to be absolute chaos, and there's going to be, if there's no system of checks and balances, then there will be just chaos running amok. However, if there's only the side of Gevura, of severity, then nobody will be able to do anything because no one will get any second chances, right? So it's really through the sphere of Tiferes that we're even allowed to be here, that we're able to be here. Tiferes is truly one of the first intentional creative channels through which we, vessels through which we channel our energy, because it involves the harmony and balance of Chesed and Gevura, which is also this idea of truth. There's absolute truth, as in some people debate whether there's absolute truth. Obviously, we believe that the Torah is absolute truth, and what Hashem gave to us through the Torah is absolute truth. So when it says, don't murder, don't steal, all those things, those are absolutely true. But then there's a person's personal truth. What's true for you might not be true for me. It's my personal truth. It resonates within me. It strikes a chord within me. And that's where beauty comes into play. If it's beautiful to me, then it's my truth. Now, obviously, our truth also needs to align with Hashem's truth. So there has to be inner harmony that balances me out, right? Inner harmony within me that resonates, that's my truth. But then also my truth needs to harmonize with Hashem's truth, which is the ultimate truth. And then when you have all of that, when everything is in harmony and in balance, and it's resonating in a way that's true, then you have real beauty. And beauty is an expression of that, which is also this idea of compassion. When you see a beggar on the street, instead of judging a person harshly and assuming that maybe they brought this upon themselves, having compassion and giving them $1. Or it goes the opposite way. So that's when you feel Gevura and then you bring Chesed in, or when you feel Chesed, you feel like you need to give and give and give and give and give to everybody, but you realize if I give, then I'm going to go completely empty. That's when you need to have those inner balances, right? That's when you have to have that inner sense of restraint. So Tiferes is really the harmonization of those two. And today we're specifically focusing on Chesed of Gevura, so the giving, Chesed of Tiferes, which is the giving aspect of Tiferes. So, like with Chesed of Gevura, we've already had Gevura of Chesed. So we are now getting to the point where Chesed of Tiferes and Gevura of Tiferes, we've already had that combination before with Tiferes of Chesed and Tiferes of Gevura. So what's the difference between Chesed of Tiferes and Tiferes of Chesed? Well, we had said before that Tiferes of Chesed is that when I'm giving, my giving needs to be in a way that's balanced and harmonious and whatnot. But then when I'm focusing on Tiferes specifically and the giving aspect of Tiferes, there's the way in which my sense of inner harmony and balance gives to others, gives to myself, allows the energy to flow within me, right? Expansiveness. So Tiferes is like that idea, Chesed of Tiferes is exactly like that idea of giving the $1 to the beggar. Now, tomorrow, Gevura of Tiferes will most likely, I can imagine that will be that idea of, I'm giving to everybody, I need to set boundaries for myself. So today, thinking about that idea of compassion, the giving element of compassion, that when I don't feel like I want to give time to somebody, but I know that they really could use it, then giving of that energy. And that's through the lens of Tiferes. The fact that we could even interact with another person and see, or interact with myself, I'm going about my day, and I don't feel, my gut instinct is, I don't want to do it, like that's my first response, but I realize in the truth of my heart that it needs to be done, then Tiferes allows me to then activate my Chesed to then give. So Chesed, as we said before, is the vowel. It's in the right shoulder. Tiferes is the O. It's the cholam. It's in the heart. And also, in terms of the musical notes, Chesed is do. It's the home note, and then you go do, re, mi. Tiferes is mi. It's the third note. And I want to try something out today because I feel like there's one thing to be toning the actual music notes of do, mi, do, but then there's another thing to be toning the vowels. And I don't want this to be a process where I feel, self-conscious. So I was thinking that this idea of malchus, I said before, yesterday, that malchus is the channel through which everything comes, because the 6 sefiros before it are internal, and malchus allows me to actually manifest it, and that's related to the hum. It all starts with the hum. So I would like to do 2 toning meditations, actually. One is just humming the tones for Chesed and Tiferes, going back and forth in a way that's a little easy and flowing, but it's all in a hum. And then the second one is going to be going from of Chesed to O of Tiferes, just on a single tone. So start with the musical humming meditation. And as I'm humming, I'm just activating my voice. There's the physical activation of my voice. There's focusing on, not sounding beautiful, just sounding those spheres, allowing myself to be the channel. And then I'm going to get into the actual toning of to O. Have a wonderful, blessed day.